Most guitarists miss this, but it's the move that made Jerry Garcia feel so alive. And once you hear it, you'll never unhear it. And once you try it, you won't solo the same way again. Let's check it out. Let's start with the most basic version, just targeting the chord tone right on the beat when the chord changes like this. And we can go down, maybe rise up. So in this Eyes of the World example, we're just playing on the section where it's just E major 7 to B minor. So if we're playing this little area here, we could be playing E, B, G sharp, or E, right? Those are all notes in the E major scale. Or we could play the major 7, which is right behind the root, or I was doing up here, right? Then the beauty here is we can just go down 1 fret to a note outside of the key. That is D, the minor third of B minor, right? So now we have this or this for this particular area. So this is it's an easy shortcut for when, you may think, oh, the key changes here. What do I do? It's like just change one note. So by playing that note, it really, makes it sound like you're changing with the changes. Targeting chord tones is a very powerful skill, but it really clicks when you practice it in the right musical setting. And I put together a free dead style backing track to help with that. The link is down below if you're interested. Now, this will give you the right notes, but it doesn't really feel musical yet. It's like answering a question, but without any kind of lead-in or phrasing. If you're not sure which scale patterns work best in Jerry's style, I've got a video that breaks it down. I'll link it at the end of this one. And, you can already, feel that it's more of like kind of fluid, right? You're giving the line a little bit of shape, but it still lacks that push, into the next chord. So this is where Jerry's playing really shines. So he used pickup notes to lead into the change. So the phrase pulls you forward instead of just arriving. Let's try a single pickup note right before the chord changes. Even just one note before the change creates tension and release, and it feels more like a phrase than just a note. But let's try 2 before the chord tone. And with 3, you're not just playing notes, but you're really setting up the target, just like a horn player or a singer would. And that first one, I could get that, real cliche Jerry 4 pull by getting 3 extra notes in there and going right to that major 7th. That's just so Jerry. And you don't have to go right up and down scale notes, whether you're doing 1 note, 2 notes, 3 notes as pickups into these chord tones. They can be anything. That's the kind of beauty of it. It really frees things up, because no matter what you do, if it sounds kind of bad as you're doing it, you're landing on something that sounds good, that chord tone. And sometimes by just playing notes outside of the the scale, outside of the key, it can actually sound good because it makes this tension that you get resolved, and it makes things much more open and much more kind of freeing, you know? And targeting chord tones like this, it's really made my solos sound way more exciting and alive. But just hitting the right notes isn't enough, because there's something about the scale patterns Jerry used that really made the whole thing sing. So check out this video here where I break down 6 of his go-to patterns and how you can start using them to level up your own solos.